trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
The tackle made by Jonathan Abrams.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 14-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 55 yards.
First down, Bears.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Off the play fake. Bridgewater. They'll roll him out right. This will be caught at about the 6. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Makes the score Bears 7, Raiders 0. Will Lutz set to kick
After
off.
the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series. Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out of practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He's brought down.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Well, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Cohen, the ball carrier.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. I think the ball's out. And the Raiders pick it up.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And incomplete on the deep ball. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he's going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up at the 22. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open. Now second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll try to counter here. Cohen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
Play fake. Bridgewater sliding out of the pocket. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 25 yards that time.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
First down, a run with Cohen. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
The ball carrier.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
It's a gain of 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Mullen. The 40. The 20. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
A try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
That ties the game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
5-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll take this one up to about the 13.
Ball carrier.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd and 6. He'll let this go deep for Rhodes. And heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Rolling to his right. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And he went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Fights him off. And the hole closes closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
3 brings up second and 7.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's a second and 7. And his throw here is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but now it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Ben Benagoo in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Westbrook now to return. Officially that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Bears take over.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches wanted to catch the football first.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They go play action. Bridgewater. Heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. Jacobs will get the third quarter started. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Throw here right side, he hauls it in. Able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down. Now back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Adam Thielen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, the head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken 6.
Successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater.
He'll get that complete to his tight end Kmet.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
Chicago.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
1st down, Bears.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater.
That's complete right side to Kmet.
And out of bounds right around the 20. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They run the counter. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
3rd down.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Oh, Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it
Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
On the return is Cohen. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And the Bears first down.
Now Cohen. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They run. This is Cohen. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Bridgewater on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Looking for the end zone. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 3.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Raiders on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And it is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
1st down, Bears.
Bridgewater now from the 50. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tanner Muse able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And there they bring pressure from the inside and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Bridgewater's pass.
A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
A gain of 2 yards on the
4th down. They're going. Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
The 40-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
It's now
possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. As he was throwing it. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. We
saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. This is Cohen. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Bridgewater. And he rifles one incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
And the Bears first down.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 77 yards. And the Bears have retaken the lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ben Banagoo in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. He'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
42-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. But it's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
He'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Rhodes. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. That is caught at the 7. And he's across for a touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a one-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence.
At the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Bridgewater. That was hit. Bridgewater loses the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Here's Bridgewater. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for Darnell Mooney. Incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Play action now. Bridgewater. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. To throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. One last shot now for Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory.
Today's final score, Raiders.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Las Vegas, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.